Tickets can be entered directly by your team. Even if you expect most of your guests to buy their tickets online, there are often some that your team will need to enter internally. While logged in, go to the Tickets page and click on Sell a Ticket. The internal menu displays every ticket type you have created, even if they aren't available for purchase online. Select the number and types of tickets specified on the order. This event is also offering golden tickets as an add-on item, and this buyer ordered one. Continue. The buyer and guest information forms appear as they do for online purchases, but there are two extra features. First, asterisks denoting required fields still appear, but you will not be blocked from continuing if the fields are left empty. This allows you to issue a ticket even when you do not have all the requested information, such as meal selections or email addresses. Second, the internal form will recognize and suggest users. So if you plan on entering most of your tickets internally, it makes sense to migrate or import users so you can select them rather than retyping their info. This ticket is being purchased by George Hansen. If the software recognizes the full name or email address, a pop-up window will appear and ask if I want to select this user. Choosing the existing record populates the form with George's existing information. If this box is checked, George's info will also be used as the guest info on the first ticket. If George won't be attending the event, uncheck the box and the ticket can be used for someone else. The next screen provides us with guest forms for each ticket. You can see that George's info is already copied from the buyer form, but we want to add his meal selection. If you don't know who will be using a ticket, simply leave the guest fields empty. You can add the guest later from the Tickets page or check-in screen. But we know that his wife, Alice, will be his date, so I'm going to copy the info above, add her first name, and select the vegetarian option, and continue. If you are accepting additional cash donations, the options you have set up will appear here. This site is allowing ticket buyers to sponsor teacher and staff tickets. We recommend setting it up this way to collect funds to offset the expense of staff tickets without the awkwardness of having the ticket associated with a particular sponsor or having some staff sponsored more than once while others not at all. You'll notice that the internal form has several more payment options than the online form. 5 payment types appear by default, and external can be added when you customize your registration form in site settings. Choosing Pay at Event places the ticket order in George and Alice's shopping cart to be paid at checkout. Each page contains a summary of the items in the order so far. Go back to edit the order or click on Submit. The final screen confirms payment information and provides links to email or print a receipt or invoice, then to sell another ticket. Next, we'll enter a table ticket being purchased by a business. Checking the business purchase box changes the name fields, but the same option of matching user records can be used. When the buyer is not attending and is buying tickets for more than one guest, this page begins with a prompt asking if you would like to enter the guest info now. Acme has not told us who will be sitting at their table yet, so we'll skip this section and they will show up on the ticket page as unassigned. For payment, I'm selecting external payment to indicate that their credit card was processed outside the software. Now let's return to the ticket list. You can see that each guest appears on a different line, and in Acme's case, each of the tickets appears as unassigned with Acme as the buyer. If you need to edit a guest's info or the ticket order, you can do so here. You can find additional help materials on every screen by clicking on this widget. Here, you can scan or search for illustrated help instructions. If you can't find what you need, you can contact our support team. And check out our blog for tips and trends in auction fundraising.